This is the former mining town of Bargoed, or underneath in Welsh, Bargoed, which is in the Caerphilly County Borough of the South Wales Valleys. This here is the former Gladstone Villa property where I lived from 1969 to 1978 with my mother by here. This is Caroline Heath, and we experienced things in this property that defied rational explanation, such as mild poltergeist activity, the occasional sighting. I heard footsteps in the bedroom, didn't we?
Yeah.
So what did you experience in here?
Banging, innit? Walking.
What else? I mean, how did it start off?
From the attic.
From the attic, right, carry on.
Stairs and then it went to the bedroom after.
So it eventually occupied itself in the main bedroom, wasn't it?
Main bedroom.
Which was your parents' house?
Yeah.
Well, obviously my maternal grandparents. Yes. Right, because you was married to my father, and which you met in Baldwin Street, just up the road up there.
Yeah.
That it is, standing all ominous in his presence. We lived on this, yeah.
This side, yeah. But they blocked off and then
They have blocked it off, yes, yeah. So this is how we returned to Gladstone Villa, yeah. So tell us what you saw there.
A grey man and monk.
A what?
Grey old fella.
And what else did you see?
Somebody dressed as a monk.
Well, you saw a monk, didn't you? I'll tell you why. Hang on. Directly opposite the old Gladstone Villa property is the Raffle Club here. Because they said it'd be an old priest hiding there. It's all sealed up. This is one of the oldest buildings in Bargoed, dating back to the 16th century. And yeah, so there you are. But so that explains the monk you saw. But what about the old man?
I don't know.
We were standing too close to the car then, weren't we? There was more going on than that. There was obviously cables being pulled. What else did you see?
Pulled, I think.
The what?
Cables being pulled walking.
This is going on how often?
For years.
I mean, in terms of evening, every night or?
Yeah. Every night down. Every night.
Yeah, this property is for sale now, the old Raffle Club.
Is that to the club?
Well, somebody's bought it apparently. But I was told there was tunnels going from under here, right, going to the Gladstone Villa property and straight to the villages of Nelson, where Llancaich Vow is, and also Gethiger, Roman Fort, where the, well, like I said, the Roman Fort, because that makes sense as well, because when the monks were here, they were during the religious persecutions that were going on, because there's a lot of history attached to this area of Cardiff Road, isn't it? So tell us about you were all for it last week when I was telling you, because I know I'm filming you for it now, right outside the property itself. Because I was here for 9 years, but you lived here 9 years before that, because you moved here from Francis Street, didn't you?
Yeah,
And for 9 years, nothing went on there.
I left Francis when I was 10.
You left Francis Street and moved here when you was 10 years old. Because you met my father at the bakehouse.
Yeah.
So your name's Caroline Heath now, because you got married again, didn't you? Yeah, so there we are.
I know.
So, what about the, I don't know, there were other things as well you saw. The bags, everything?
Just in bags when we move in.
Because we moved here we moved from here in 1978, didn't we, to move up to the Gilvach Council estate that was up here, yeah. Right up here it was. We had some good fun, I mean, besides that was going on. Tell him about my father, what you saw placed on his, when you went to call him up for his night shift.
Oh, I didn't put on his stomach.
Well, don't repeat what he said. Don't repeat what he said, because this is
And you were sleeping, man.
Yeah, but he woke up in astonishment and he said something in exclamation, but don't say it what it was because it's quite an
I
expletive.
can't remember what he said now.
You told me what you said.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we won't repeat it here. Because he was blaming my father, he was blaming my grandfather. Bill won it free. He didn't believe it at first.
Oh, he thought Billy was doing it.
No. And then Ivy, remember Mrs. Ivy France, she didn't believe it either because the main activity took place in that bedroom right there. That's where I had my incident. Because that's when I experienced the dog pouncing on the bed. Honestly, that's true. And then when I went downstairs to tell you all, we all went back upstairs and what did we see?
Feet, my God.
Yeah, paw marks on the bed sheets.
Yeah, put a bed.
And that is true.
You seen it?
That's right, because there we go again. That's right. I think we're standing too close to the curb, I think.
I thought you were.
No, God. So, what about that baby crying?
Oh, a baby crying.
You and my grandfather, your father heard that.
In the wardrobe.
Well, it took place in the wardrobe, did it mainly?
Yeah. Well, somebody came in fire in the wardrobe.
Yes.
And the door was open down, it was on
Yeah.
the stairs on the front
Well,
door.
I researched Bargoed Library, you know, and I found out some things from the local newspaper, the Cardiff Western Mail, and I found that a baby did die in there at Gladstone Villa. A 4-month-old baby called Evelyn, his parents was Evelyn and Michael Kimmiat, and his son, the little 4-month-old baby was Elvin. I got it, Elvin. That's right, I remember looking at that. And so that building there goes right back to the 1900s, this building behind you, this former Gladstone Villa, because it became Red Park Hotel, but obviously that closed in 2014, and the staff themselves were telling me, because I had my 40th birthday there 10 years ago, and they said they had their own experiences there. Remember when you went back there as a pub, and you said on your birthday?
I somebody called my name.
I didn't hear it.
You got no way there. I turned around, rang me in, and we were there.
Oh, well, the staff was telling me they saw lights going off, they saw shadows in the bar, and everything. Yeah, and Elvin or one of the staff showed me around, and I get very nervous when I'm passing there. It's like he's watching me, you know. He's like, he's going to tap the window or something, and I get very nervous. Say another 3 minutes or something like that, you know. Tell him about Derek when he was painting the
Painting the wall.
Painting the wall, he was.
Yeah,
And he would knock it in.
neck paint.
And what did Derek say? Derek Harwood, what did he say?
Not for you.
No, you said I'm going to finish this tomorrow without the expletives.
And he did.
Oh, good for him, good for him.
He kept like doing
Good for old Derek.
Stop.
I remember Mrs. Platt, or Mr. Platt living there, the Platt family living there, that you just mentioned for you. That used to be old Archer's Shed right next to it.
Archer's Shed.
That's it, Archer's Shed right by there.
No.
It's all closed down now, it's all modernised and everything, it is.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? You're going to do some shopping in Morrison's, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We'll walk down together.
I'm getting much.
Remember when Grandad Bill said he got paralysed in that bedroom there?
Yeah. That's the police house now.
What, this the police house is? I don't think it is. This was built in the 1950s, according to the Bargoed history books. So there we are. We've got another, say, a minute. I don't want to make 10 minutes of this. And everything said was true. We can all back it up. I heard Mr. Gethin Mills has got this now. Aye. He owns just about everything in Bargoed, he does. Or in Welsh, Bargoed, as everyone calls it around here. Of course, the actress Doris Hay was born here, wasn't she, as well? And the film series 5 was Stella here as well. And Doctor Who was filmed nearby. Yeah. The Green Death, starring John Pertwee and Katie Manning. The one with the maggots, that was filmed not far from here. So we'll do it a full 10 minutes and then we'll just call it a day. We haven't covered everything because I've said everything on media and on. So this is my mother, Caroline Heath, former Caroline Dexter.
Signing off.
Bye bye then.
Right.